which will be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Are we in sync?
We are perfectly in sync.
We're not going to be now because I just had a little bit of a lag, so 17,
yeah.
18.
Oh, well.
That's fine, we'll roll on. You can pause for like a second if you want. So, as I say, welcome everybody to the kick-off for Vet 3 events. This is going to be a very interesting 2v2 game right here. We have playing as allies right now the HOI, Hearts of Iron clan, Vipuks and Zarkcloud. That is a very, very formidable team right here. And of course, Klug will tell you they are playing two very reputable characters.
Well, yes, they're playing Mr. Tofu and Mr. Brickman, who are currently actually ranked 14th and 18th Axis and Allies in the in-game ladder. So these guys are actually really good. You can see a bit of cheeky ghost wiring actually going on, Danny, on the munitions point.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah. What's your opinion on ghost wiring? I heard you say things about ghost wiring, and I wanted to repeat them.
It's absolutely fine, to be honest. I don't see anything, nothing wrong with it at all, because it can be taken down. It's not like it's a massive issue, do you know what I mean? Just take a step back, attack, move it, and that thing will be down in no time.
Oh, well, that's a disappointment. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, we'll just move on with this. We can see a very aggressive Google push being actually almost being repaired in the face of what, an MG and a rifleman squad. I think Brickman is a bit drunk right now, but he's almost gonna lose the Kubel early on. This should be a huge blow if he loses that. But
well, of course, what the Axis want to do right now is dive down onto the right-hand side of the map where the VP and the fuel is. They want to try and get that building control, but it looks like the Allies got their first very good move for the south side to go and take a very, very important and influential building on the map here. And straight away, we're going to see the Vickers from the British go into that. So that's going to be, quite nice and holding that area for a little while right now. So you could see, Kubel finally repaired is going to be able to go over possibly to the other side of the map and start capping there, but there's not really much the Axis can do after losing this side of the map now. They're going to have to push over to the left-hand side, do a bit of a setup there, and then see how they can work out on the Allies from there.
Yeah, it's basically a standard story on Rails ML, right? I mean, just dive bomb the right-hand side house, so you get basically control over the opponent's fuel or over your own fuel, and depending on how the situation pans out, you either just move over to the other side or you just keep pushing the southern side, right? So I'm happy to see that the Axis actually managed to get all of the fuel. From what I've done before, like when we're casting Clan Clash, usually whenever the Allies get their own fuel, we usually have just longer games and more intense games, and I hope it's the same story here. So fingers crossed, right?
Well, it's going to be a difficult one because obviously it's nice you see that the Axis are very, very responsive to what happened in the early games, so they both tested each other out. Allies came out on top of that engagement, and now you see the Axis full force on the left-hand side, both teams working together in very, very good synergy here. Well, what they're going to want to do now is, really try and get back into the 10 game, because they've already lost a little bit of time by the fact that Allies have capped fuel well in advance of the Axis right now. And of course, things like the AEC at the moment coming out earlier than you want could be a real drawback here for them. Really nice positioning of the ambulance here from Zarkcloud. It's going to be letting the Brits stay on the field so much longer here. And of course, with the benefits they gain in Greek cover, with access to that reinforcement on the field and healing, they're going to be very, very difficult for the Axis to push off of the center right now.
This is going to be very hard to dislodge. Something interesting actually. We're almost 4 minutes in the game, and for now there's only like 4 units or 4 models killed. I think that says a lot for units, the amount of unit preservation these guys have, and can I also say I'm very, very happy that Tofu pulled a sniper, because you know how I love my sniper walls, right? So I'm just gonna follow this dude all around and then see him headshotting everything.
Yeah, I mean, the sniper is very, very good on this map as well. We've seen it, in fact, in a lot of 2v2 tournaments, the snipers on this map have been absolutely huge. Usually racking up kills of 40 plus each, which I would absolutely love to see happening in this game right now. So, of course, he wants to get it to work at the moment. 2 kills at the moment, 4 minutes in game. He's going to need to pump that up more and more. In fact, he looks like he's a bit scared of the mortar pit, though, which is in...
With good reason, because mortar pits are so scary. And with the first hit, he actually hit the mine that Tofu was planning on his own munitions point. So that's already a good hit for the mortar pit.
Yeah, And this puts a lot of pressure on Axis players to move, and a squad wipe comes in already, nearly wiping down the Kubel as well. Big plays from the Mortar already, and an excellent decision to build that right at the start of the game. That is already going to start doing a lot of work. Axis are going to be forced to move all the time now. They are not safe in any form of cover anymore. Really great positioning, and still a very strong front put up by the Allies so far into the game.
Definitely. In the meanwhile, you can see the Brickman set up his battle group headquarters in, I guess, the usual place, and he's gonna go for an ISG, I guess, to just bombard and harass the mortar pit, so he can get rid of that, because basically the mortar pit is just holding up the entire middle section of this map.
Rifle grenade goes in, Vipuks just misses it there. Sorry, carry on. I was hoping that was going to be something else, but another mortar pit going up for Vipuks. He's clearly putting a lot into the mortars right here. And the good thing about this, though, is that whilst he's slowing his brick game down, he's only got 2 infantry squads on the field right now, plus some engineers, the Vickers. You know, not a very mobile build by any means, but what he's going to be able to do is push up very slowly now, with the confidence that those mortar pits are going to wreck everything.
Definitely. I wouldn't even come close. Wouldn't come near double mortar pits. They're just so deadly. I really like to play with them, but I just hate players who build mortar pits. Whenever I'm playing against them, they're pretty hard to counter, and especially 2 of them is really gonna be a bitch to dislodge. But we'll see how Tofu and Brickman manage it. I'm very confident they have some tricks up the sleeves. I mean, they're ranked 14 and 18 on ladder, so these aren't bad players, right? These guys certainly know what to do.
Yeah, well, the trick is for the Axis here, they have to play so defensively right now, possibly going to look to getting some kind of, possibly even the Stuka. I mean, the Stuka has increased damage against British emplacements now, of course, you know, so it is kind of the go-to option. Vipuks hasn't really been subtle about where he's built them. You know, they're quite close on the front lines, really. It's going to be easy to get a Stuka over there and deal with that, so it'll be interesting to see if that's what they go for to deal with this stuff. The mortar is going to be doing a hell of a lot of manpower damage, so it may even be difficult for them to climb up to that.
Exactly, and they're just really putting so much strain on the Axis. But I was gonna say something, but I forgot what. Oh yeah, the double snipers, Tofu's double snipers. How do you feel about that? I mean, we know snipers are great versus Brits to put some manpower drain, but I think Tofu is actually surprised by Vipuks' double mortar pit build, because now the snipers don't have too much targets to shoot at, actually, except for the Vickers and 2 infantry sections. So
that is one of the nice things really about it, yeah, is that the snipers can't really do damage against these things. You know, they definitely can't damage the emplacements. You know, so that they're going to have limited targets to shoot at, and especially with the ambulance there. I think that's the key thing that they're doing to combat the sniper play, is having that ambulance there and constantly being able to reinforce. You know, he's using his manpower and static units that don't need reinforcing, so obviously that means there's, you know, he's going to have that kind of manpower spare, and you can see that he's floating that manpower a little bit for Brits. So that is quite.
It's almost got
nice
a steward out as well, so it's just to put some more pressure on Tofu and Brickman, and the back howitz is also just jolly firing away at everything that moves. So I think the Allies pretty much have the Axis in a bit of a stranglehold for now. It's gonna be interesting to see how Zarkcloud is gonna push up with the steward and how he's gonna use it. Judging by the way that Zarkcloud is playing right now, I guess he's gonna try and be a bit conservative with it, just to get the slow creep or the slow push ahead, I guess. But see how much AT Vipuks, Brickman and Tofu have. Well, they have Rakettenwerfer, which is horribly out of position. So I think the steward has a free reign for now. Getting quite scary for the Axis, actually. If I'm honest, this isn't looking too good.
Interesting to see, by the way, that Vipuks has gone for healing on both of the British squads, so it suggests that he might be using heal kind of on the move constructively, rather than doing it all back at the base, which is interesting not to have the artillery there, to be honest, especially on a map like this, you know, where Axis are actually bunched up together right now. You know, something like that could have been pretty useful in harassing them and making sure they could get that territory advance. So you can see him flicking the healing on right now. That's going to help him stay in engagements a little bit longer. So really nice to see that he's using those on the field properly rather than just healing back at base. Of course, this is going to mean he's spending munitions a lot quicker, you know, than what most Brits players probably do, to be honest. You know, it's an interesting way to use the mechanic.
Yeah, absolutely. But then I think Vipuks' train of thought was like, whenever you have two mortar pits, I think he doesn't really need any more artillery. Sure, the RD is great just to harass and stuff, but I think in the greater scheme of things, preserving his only 2 infantry units is more importantly. Hence why he just got the heal on both infantry units. But we got a sniper out for Vipuks. This is getting very interesting. So we're gonna see some sniper wars, which I absolutely adore, especially on this map. I mean, this kind of reminds me of CS's double sniper build during what was a Clan Clash 2 or something. That was also very interesting to see. So I'm liking this game already. Stormers.
Yeah, it's we saw a lot of the sniper play. I think Ciez's one was really good, and there was another player, I think from Gold Path 2, who had absolutely phenomenal phenomenal sniper play. And again, it's really good on this map, so it's nice to see that the Brit snipers come out. I imagine he's going to go for the counter snipes, but if he does, of course, with 2 snipers from Tofu, he's not going to be able to get that counter snipe with the kind of rate of fire that the Oster sniper has over him, and he's really going to struggle to get that. So he may be sacrificing the life of it. I'm not sure whether he's going for you know, using it for vision or something like that, but I mean, yeah, we'll see what he does with it. I'm interested about this choice, though, for sure.
Perhaps he's getting some extra vision for the back hobby, for Zarkcloud's back hobby. I think that may be the reason to just bombard the ISD or even the Rocket Nerf, I don't know. Double Rocket Nerf meanwhile for Brickman. Considering that there's only 1 steward in the field and nothing building for Vipuks, double Rocket Nerf is a pretty interesting choice considering there's only 1 steward.
Here comes that Stuka that we were talking about as well. This one's just hit the field. That's going to be really good against this very central dominated strategy that that Hearts of Iron have got right now. So interested to see the first shot on this. Obviously we know that there's a little bit of extra damage on the British emplacement, so it'll be nice to see how this is used. Also, watch this engineer squad on the mid VP. I have a feeling that this could get really blasted by mortar here. We really need to be careful.
Those guys need to be so careful, yeah. But is Stuka firing already? Why do you think Stuka's?
It actually fires on the right-hand side building, wiping the MG and the squad inside the building as well. So actually that's a pretty good choice to do that, wiping manpower off the field rather than the mortars. You know, they're already doing a good enough job of keeping their stuff alive. British sniper going right in there, trying to find the counter snipe. Is he going to get it? There he does. He does get one of the counter snipes. Will he get sniped on the retreat? No, he doesn't, fortunately.
That's very ballsy, wow.
Yeah, a great pick up there from Vipuks with the sniper. Well played.
Oh yeah, didn't see that coming, to be honest. I mean, and actually, I like Brickman's choice just to stick at right-hand side building, because now the entire flank is basically open. So they can actually broaden the front line a bit and get out of the chokehold that is the mid VP. So it's a very good choice. I mean, these guys obviously know what they're doing, but it's good to see them thinking ahead rather than just find short-term solutions, right?
Just look at all these mortar pits and artillery. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's so much of it. You can hear it flying all over the map. Tofu's trying to keep his grenadiers moving, to cap this VP, and it's so important. Also grabbing hold of the right-hand VP as well, so putting a lot of pressure on Hearts of Iron right now. The Rakettenwerf is going in to find the Stuart. They will find it. The Stuart goes down there. Nice pickup from Tofu and Brickman.
But I think there's a Cromwell building for Vipuks, so this double Rakettenwerf is really gonna come in handy. And meanwhile, Tofu actually built another sniper, so I guess he's really fond of using double snipers for some reason. I hope the sniper survives a bit longer than his predecessor, because I think Vipuks' sniper is out for blood now. I mean, after you get 1 counter snipe building, you always feel a bit more cocky, right? I mean, you feel pleased, you got a counter snipe. Right? Or
yeah, of course. Yeah, no, you love it with the counter snipes, and of course it puts you well above on the field because they feel pressured to find a counter to your sniper after you've been trying to find it for them. Here comes the Stuka. Where's that one going? I think we know exactly where that one is.
Yeah.
Straight in the middle. Doesn't take
it.
I certainly did. Yeah. Captain goes down for that, and of course now we see the Cromwell coming onto the field right now, so this is going to be a pretty big player on the field right now. As far as I see, there's no armor to match it other than this Vetu mortar half-track, which is steadily trying to burn its opponents off the map.
I very much doubt the mortar half-track is going to do anything against the Cromwell except perhaps sneeze on it or something. But that's why we have double Rakettenwerfs, right? I mean, that's still a threat, even though they're quite far back at the base right now.
Well, they did a good job, you know. The good thing is the cloak, and they used the cloak very, very well there. Of course, they used it to cloak and advance, and then took out the Stuart with it. So very, very good. You know, they completely caught Hearts of Iron off guard there. So I would actually say that Axis is playing very, very well right now. You know, it's not easy to deal with these kind of mortars and stuff from the Brits. It's especially difficult to deal with in a 2v2 situation where you know they've got a lot more targets to hit. They're gaining veterancy probably a lot quicker than what they would in 1v1 situations. So
oh yeah, absolutely.
Vipuks needs to be so careful with that sniper there in the center.
Vipuks is quite ballsy, but as you said, Daniel, I love how they just managed to fan out over the entire front line and not just keep on bashing the head against the brick wall that is the center, of course. I like the solutions they are offering to just work around those double mortar pits, and despite everything, those mortar pits combined only have 12 kills, which is, I mean, they're a constant nuisance, picking off health here and there, but with only 12 kills among them, they're not as big as a threat as I thought they would be, but we got a Cromwell just roaming in freely, completely unopposed because of the lack of AT. He's probably gonna kill the mortar halfback, isn't he? Yeah. Oh no, he pops smoke actually. Nice play.
But yeah, very, very nice to do that. And good pressure from Vipuks coming in with the infantry squad to try and take the AT gun out. And they're dodging everything so well, you know. You've still got mortars raining down overhead right now. And so far we haven't really seen that many of the Axis units go down. Now the Cromwell is dangerously close to being wiped by Rakettans here. Needs to be so careful. Another shot may do it, but he does manage to get away from that just in time.
So lucky.
Of course, yeah, by the way, let's have a quick talk about the commanders as well, because this is obviously an important one. As Vipuks is about to lose a squad on the left-hand side of Tommy's, this could be very, very dangerous if he loses those. So, you know, for the allies right now, no pick from the Brits. We have got tactical support companies. We will be seeing those deadly Calliopes coming in, which is really, really nice. We love the Calliopes, especially in 2v2. There's more targets for them to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite filthy with the Calliopes, but then again, I mean, I take the same. I take the same command. I do the same choice because Zarkcloud did such a good command. The Calliope maybe is a bit overpowered right now. It's a bit too strong, perhaps. But especially in 2v2s, it's absolutely it murders everything. Interesting to see what Vipuks is gonna pick. It doesn't have commandos, which surprises me.
Yeah, it's a weird one to have in a 2v2 for sure. Some of the good things he has, though, let's have a look. He's got the Royal Artillery Regiment and Royal Engineer. The Engineers are very good, especially if you are going to be playing SimCity strategies, because, of course, you can keep sure, you know, you can make sure with those abilities on the auto repair that you never ever lose those mortar pits. And of course, those are the staple of his strategy right now. Hasn't really done anything else in the early game, so I'm surprised that he hasn't picked that, but maybe he feels like he doesn't need to right now. We've just seen, by the way, another Cromwell coming on the field from Vipuks, which is really, really nice. Recon up for Tofu right now, so they're going to be scouting exactly what the allies have at this moment. They're going to want to try to see if this is the right opportunity for them to strike.
Definitely. If we take a quick look at Brickman's commanders, he's gone pretty much for the standard loadout, but something tells me he's not going to go for Jaeger armor because, I mean for Scavenge, sorry. For Scavenge, because if he needed his Jaeger light infantry, he probably would have popped them already, don't you think? Ever since Vipuks has so few infantry actually on the field and Zarkcloud's infantry, yeah, he only has 3 squads as well equipped with the M1990s. Actually quite surprising to see that the Axis don't have to fight infantry heavy strats for a change. I mean, I've seen in other matches, I've seen rifle blocks just roaming the field and infantry sections dealing absolutely horrible damage, but yeah, given Zarkcloud's and Vipuks is more passive or static defense, it's gonna be interesting commander pick for Brickman.
Here goes Stuka coming down again. Where's it going? Looks like it's going into the fuel point here. Does a little bit of damage, but I think that was probably a wasted shot on the Stuka. But yeah, nice idea, you know, he's keeping it firing, hoping to probably get the veterancy up on that. But he needs to be so careful. I mean, let's have a look at Zarkcloud right now. You know, look at this, what he's got in the middle. 2 AT guns right next to each other. It's the perfect target for the Stuka, really. And the last thing you want to do is get that Stuka with a bit of veterancy on, because, you know, it will be able to start countering these mortar pits and things.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, when it starts
you don't want to advantage to go.
Oh, God forbid it gets to Vet 4, you know, and they start burning it.
Oh my god, flashbacks come to mind. Let's avoid that, shall we?
But so far, really good player. Really like that Tofu is using his Panzer IV very well. He's kiting it in and out. You know, he's not throwing it in by any means. And again, you know, as we know in this game, veterancy is so important. You know, these early engagements when the tanks come out, a lot of people expect to just be able to rush in and make some plays. You know, the best thing to do is, you know, what they're doing now, just slowly bringing them in and out, trying to get some manpower wipes, and later on, you know, when they become very, very powerful, you know, that's when they're going to be really starting doing some damage to your opponent's army.
Yep, fun fact already, despite everything, the mortar pits are still failing to kill infantry reliably. I mean, Tofu sniper has 22 kills, his veteran sniper has 22 kills, and his other sniper is so close to veterancy 1, also with 7 kills under his belt. So, despite losing a sniper, Tofu actually managed to kill more models, or to kill more units. With his 2 snipers combined, then Vipuks is mortar pits, and if you were Vipuks, would you have just positioned your mortar pits a bit more spaced out? Or
no, I actually think he's done the exact right thing with the mortar pits, if I'm honest. I really do, because the one thing that they will do is they'll be able to cover that mid VP. You know, Zarkcloud is going to be able to put a lot of pressure on the right hand side because he's got his retreat points out there. You know, that's going to be easy for him to do, and of course it's quite difficult for the Axis to attack on the right hand side, because as you'll see, you know, where those buildings are, there is a natural ridge line in the map. So, of course, that's very, very difficult. You know, you can't get tanks through there or anything like that. So, you know, what they've done is really with the mortars, they're preventing Axis from getting any capping ground on the center area. And I think, you know, 2 mortars is a very, very potent way of doing it. It's going to be very, very difficult for Axis to get in there and cap that properly. So it's a good strategy for that. When it really is going to start coming into play is when Vipuks picks out his late game armor, you know, starts getting the British abilities and things going. You know, that's when it starts to be, you know, less of the defensive, and Brits can really start mobilizing and getting back on the front lines again.
Then again, remember how I said I wanted to see a Yak Tiger? Have you taken a look at Brickman's commander yet?
Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah.
Good.
It's a very good map for it.
Yeah, it's one of the best maps actually to get a Yak Tiger, because it's just so open, and with the line of sight of Tofu's double snipers, I mean, their Yak Tigers, it's gonna deal horrendous damage all across the map almost. So Vipuks and Zarkcloud really need to watch out, because they might just lose tanks because of an invisible Yak Tiger. I love that thing, the Yak Tiger. So good.
Nice decision from Zarkcloud, getting the quad cowl in from the tactical support doctrine. That's going to allow it to suppress all of those Volksgrenadiers, which is good. And they also dropped a Shrek then as well, so a nice pickup potentially for either the USF or Brits, whichever one picks it up, I don't know, but at least they've got some pretty decent anti-tank available to them now. It will be Vipuks that picks that up, in fact.
Can you give me a quick time check, by the way, then?
Yeah, we're 2301, 2302, 2303.
Alright, perfectly, thank you.
Right, we've got a push from the Cromwells coming right now. Looks like they're trying to take down the AT gun. They're going to have to get that down very, very quickly. Tofu's going to pop a Faust on that, so it may be the end of this Cromwell. In fact, it does go down. Didn't manage to get any of the AT wiped. And the second one in absolute danger here as well. One more shot from the AT gun, but it does actually decide to retreat instead. All the meanwhile, Vipuks trying to cap the center amid a hail of medium artillery options.
What is this?
Yeah, it's, you know,
what are we watching?
You know, both players have such epic defenses right now. You know, they really do have the best defenses. You know, loads of soft artillery firing everywhere. You know, we've got the indirect fire, the Stuka coming in as well now, and it doesn't look like Vipuks has been able to brace this other one. There we go, finally gets it in.
Yeah,
Both of these vet 3 now as well. Oh, Jesus. It's
vet 3 mortar pits are just. They're so dangerous. Then again, not too many kills amongst them. I'm gonna repeat it until you get bored by it, but yeah, this still surprises me. But
Tiger's on the field, by the way. An interesting option, because this one's a little slow, and of course at the moment there's no long-range anti-tank really present on the field right now, so it may have a nice opportunity to go in and do, you know, some serious damage, especially with all of the harassment from OKW right now. And you know, it's going to be that extra addition with the incendiaries. Nice use of the stun shot from the British sniper there. We finally see this Cromwell climb up to veteran C1.
Yep, but there's also Clive in the field now, so Worf is gonna Worf, right?
See, well, this is a difficult one, because although the Calliope is going to be, you know, good enough, We'll see what the Calliope does here. I'll be interested to see where that's firing.
Yeah, well,
do you have any idea where it's firing?
No idea.
Oh, it's firing right down on the south
on
strategic
the
part on the on the left. Trying to clear one squad with it. That is not where I was expecting.
That's not worth the barrage, though.
Not at all, because your first one has to be the shock factor.
Exactly.
When you're going to let them know that you've got it, it has to be a surprise, and to put it there, now they know to be careful. It didn't really do anything, so it's a shame to see it used like that. To be honest, I'm not sure behind.
Do you think Vipuks with a sniper has got line of sight of where Brickman's tier 2 and tier 3 trucks are placed, because they are dangerously close to each other, and if Zarkcloud decides to bombard them, he can just keep pounding away at them and
a huge Stuka strike there through the center. Tons of retreating squads, very, very low health. Vipuks is incredibly lucky to get out with those two squads there, but the Cromwell may go down here to the AT gun. Great pickup, and again, Panzer IV is now going to try and rush through. Great play there. Really, really good. Nice shots there from the Tigers and the AT gun. Somehow, Allies still managing to hang in the game right now.
For some weird reason they are, despite all the damage the Stuka has dealt. I mean, only that too though, but what I'm liking about it, despite everything that's being shot at it, Tofu's motor after just carrying it on strong as it ever was. Not giving a damn about anything else, just keep moldering everything. And I think Zarkcloud's Calliope, or second Calliope actually, may get ready to fire very, very soon.
Yeah, I feel like they're not leaving themselves with many options here, because of course they haven't got anything like a Firefly or a Jackson. The Tiger and the Panzer IVs here are going to really do some work. Especially we're coming up to the 15 CP for Brickman now as well, so with the Yaktiga that's going to be very, very difficult for the Cromwells to do any kind of flanking whatsoever. And once this unit comes out, I think it's going to be difficult. But the problem for the Allies is that they've been hard countered by the commander choices here. By putting the two mortars there, we just saw assault artillery raining down on that territory, and of course, there's nothing they can do. It doesn't require vision to use that ability. So, they've been hard countered, really, really hard by that.
Indeed. Have you seen the second Calliope barrage? By the way, it was also
in a strange position. Yeah.
It was weird. I mean, if you're gonna build Calliopes, I mean, why just use them better like that? Don't use them on one squad. I mean, look at the retreat point. Look at Brickman's retreat point. Imagine if a Calliope falls there. I mean, that would be a totally different story than just trying to wipe one squad, right?
Well, Axis are very, very slowly starting to create the stranglehold here, and once again we're going to see more of the assault artillery. So let's just make sure that we see all of this in detail. I don't really know if he's noticed. In fact, he's used it in a different spot this time. He's used it. I don't know if I agree with the positioning of this one, because it's not really hitting anything. I think maybe he was hoping it would cover this area with the mortars, but the last one hit a bit closer, to be honest.
Yeah,
Calliope's firing now. Looks like they're picking a good target. Wipe the stern pioneers and the infantry support gun there. So a nice shot, maybe able to do some damage there as well.
About time these Calliope start doing damage. It's really gonna need them to come back to this game, because Axis are looking really, really strong now.
Second Calliope strike in as well, taking up the Raketwerfer and the MG, dealing huge damage. Huge damage to the Axis right now, and it looks like with the Calliope strikes, they may be getting back into this game slowly.
That's what the commander's for, right? I mean, oh no, I wasn't supposed to say that. Sorry. This is not pay to win commander in any way. Anyway, let's see where Brickman's two guys firing. Do you have any sight on it right now? Where it's firing? No,
it's not firing for me yet.
Wow, Brickman did take some huge losses. I mean, if you check his infantry, he's only got Volksgrenadier squads left, which is quite scary considering things to cap and
yeah, I mean, 3 Volks in a Stuka is not ideal for the state of the game.
Not the best unit composition, right?
And it's strange because they've been in such a good position up to this point. Vipuks and Zarkcloud are actually holding really good composure. Yeah. Zarkcloud is filling in a lot of the infantry gap at the moment. Where's the Stuka going? Looks like it's going dead through the center. This could be a huge hit if it hits where I think it's going to hit.
Nice.
Yes, very, very nice hits there. Wipes loads of squads, and
yes,
of course
that's what we want to see.
That's not just the manpower damage, that's a full squad wipes on those, so lots of reinforcement costs coming in from the Allies now. And
Oh,
that's what they need to be doing to, you know, get back in this game. But of course, Jagdtiger has just hit the field. Yep, and this is going to put a lot of pressure on the center now. So it's really going to come into this indirect fire game. There's no real chance that the Allies are going to be able to flank. They may have missed their opportunities. A great shot from the Cromwell, wiping an entire squad of Grenadiers there.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful.
What an amazing shot that was. Then again, I think the Allies really are in trouble because, you know, if they're trying to flank the Jagdtiger, what are they going to find? They're going to find the normal Tiger and they're going to find the Panzer IV on their way. So they're really screwed if they don't do this right. I mean, they're gonna have such a hard time countering this Jagdtiger. And of course the Jagdtiger doesn't give a crap and he's just gonna take
huge Calliope hits on the battle grouper there. Wipes tons of squads. This is looking very bleak for the Axis right now. They really need to get back in, and Tofu's instantly gonna replace those two there. But here we go, the Titans are now coming into the mid, so it's about time that these guys got here, and they're surveying a pretty messed up battlefield, I have to say, right now. That looks pretty epic. We're just gonna take this into cinematic mode just to appreciate how
the beauty of the game.
The beauty of the game. I mean, that's a pretty messy battlefield right now, but of course Jagdtiger's here to save the day. Hopefully they're going to be able to get their infantry forces back up, because, you know, regardless of having these two beasts on the field, they're going to need something to cap with.
Yeah, they need something to cap. Despite all the collide being that has been happening, Tofu snipers are still alive for some weird reason, and they continue to just pluck away at Zarkcloud's infantry.
Jagdtiger's lining up a shot on the Comet here. The Cromwell trying to get a shot in will fire through the smoke seemingly. A huge shot from the Jagdtiger coming in first. Panzer IV coming in to try and finish it off. There might be one shot available at this range for the Jagdtiger. It needs to fire now though. Looks like he misses the shot, and Vipuks can be very lucky there to get away in that engagement.
Wow, what a lucky Vipuks though. It's good to see him building a Firefly, because Firefly has pretty epic range as well, and when he can catch the side of the Jagdtiger with his tulips, the Jagdtiger needs to watch out. Then again, there's still a normal Tiger on the field protecting the Jagdtiger, so as I said, it's gonna be so hard to dislodge him. But then again, despite the armored advantage, I mean, Brickman has 2 infantry squads, and Vipuks, Tofu has 2 grenadier squads, so yeah, they're gonna need to work around this, don't they? Tiger's taking shots, crew shocked as well.
Yeah, well, actually, the Jagdtiger took a crew shock as well, which was really nice, and somehow Allies pushing up a hell of a lot of ground, to be honest. Cromwell managed to get away with a slither of health, and now we're seeing crew shock coming in. Tommy's with the Panzerschreck trying to get those absolutely vital health points down, so that maybe they could orchestrate some kind of
crew shocks. God, I hate to be inside that thing. Crew shocks everywhere.
By the way, Firefly here, of course, trying to deal with the bunker covering the left VP, and this is going to be really important for them, because they're going to want to try and get that triple cap. Not having that triple cap means that Axis go later into the game, and of course that's really difficult to deal with. This Stuka looks like it's dead on the mid. We're seeing AT gun wiped, possibly another squad. Great strikes from the Stuka, by the way. Stuka's on 37 kills already, so it's playing really well. Looks like some kind of flank from the Panzer IV as well. Coming down this side.
Cheeky Panzer IV.
Yeah, look at that. You look on the tactical map, you can really see he's diving in deep, not scared of mines whatsoever.
Yeah, that's actually quite significant. I mean, these guys both are top 60 overall, and their mine usage is a bit inexistent, I guess.
Absolutely.
No one is really implementing mines. Then again, it might have been because early on, I think it was Vipuks just put a Tofu blinding mines, so perhaps that played into their heads and they were just like, nah, screw it, let's not go mines anymore. Let's conserve ammo for other things. Wow, Brickman is building a Panther now, so he really wants the armored advantage, doesn't he? Wow, this is gonna hurt.
Where's it going this time? Oh, okay, so we're still firing on the Jagdtiger with the Calliope. Probably trying to get the battle group down, which is going to be a bit long at this range, but you can see it doing tons of work there.
Yeah, and it also forces both the Axis players to actually conserve manpower. I mean, put manpower towards repairing the battle group headquarters if he doesn't want to lose mid completely.
Interesting, by the way, commander pick for Vipuks was Royal Artillery, and the Valentine is on the field now. Most people are not going to be familiar with what this unit even is.
Hello, this is new.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a great unit, and it comes out a little bit late, which is why you never usually see it, but this is going to provide them with basically an infrared half-track for the Allies, so
Yeah.
a really, really useful unit, and especially detecting those snipers. It's a really, really good unit for that, so interesting to see what he's going to try and get out of this, though, as well. Snipers in danger here. One of the snipers goes down to the Calliope fire. Second one looks like it manages to get away. Nearly blocked in though by the mortar half-track. That was so close to dying there.
Yeah, man. The sniper just took a direct rocket to the face. I mean, you can see him dipping out and trying to dip in, come back again, but I bet he regrets it now. Poor Tofu.
Well, we're still bleeding exactly the same amount of VPs right now. These guys are neck and neck at their skill levels. It looks like the Panther's going to come in and try and deal with this Cromwell that went over what I think was a Talamine.
There must have been a Talamine.
Charging in, no fear whatsoever. AT gun may get a shot off here, but I don't think it has the line of sight. Even the Jagdtiger's going in. It looks like Panther could have made a good rush there. In fact, they may
You decided against it? Oh, that's too bad.
even just lose the pack gun for that. They should have committed, really. But I guess he's being safe, you know, playing the sensible decision not to go in. You know, doesn't want to lose any of these tanks right now because that will sway the game quite heavily in...
Definitely is. If he loses even one of his tanks, I mean, that's a significant disadvantage. Considering the fact that Brickman has like, he's slowly building up his infantry again, but it's gonna take a while. I mean, he still has no Storm Bios, which is gonna need to rebuild his, to repair his truck still. But yeah, I think by now both Axis players just decided like, alright, I'm gonna go armor, just fix
Tiger's going very, very deep here. It may have gone too deep. The Firefly catches it. Cromwell is trying to get round the back to get some of the rear armor shots, maybe even block it in. This was a huge push. It looks like he's going to lose the Tiger because of that. Valentine comes around the back as well to get the killing blow. It only needs to take one more shot and then it's going to go down. Nice kill there. Overextension for the Tiger means that unit is wiped off the field. That is a big loss for Tofu there. It was a big mistake going in unsupported. No losses as well for the Brits though.
Then again, Tofu's been lucky enough to just hold.
Oh my god, if you even saw the artillery that's going down on the mid right now, we're talking 2 mortars, the howitzer, the Calliope, everything is hitting the mid right now. It's huge engagement.
That's a hell of a lot of RD, man. There we go, we got a new target for Tofu. You better be more careful with this one though. I will get mad.
I would certainly hope so. What's this I see as well? The Sexton, is that hitting up the field right now? I have to say something about this unit because there is a misconception about the efficiency of this unit. Now, it starts off horrendous. There's no lying. It's probably the most inaccurate thing that's ever entered into this game.
It's British.
But when you get it to veterancy 2 or 3, it doesn't reload. It's like you can just keep using the attack ability, and it is very, very strong when it gets to that veterancy level.
And exactly how many years does it take to get it to veterancy 2 or veterancy 3?
Actually, well, I had a game where it did that in about 25 minutes or so. Yeah. I mean, from when it came on. The plane goes down in the center. Unfortunately, it doesn't do any damage. Calliope is still firing on the battle grouper. Yeah, they're going to want to try and get that battle grouper down to stop all of those on-field reinforcements. And of course, this sniper here providing excellent sight range for Hearts of Iron, and that's going to be monumental in letting the AT guns get to work on that Jagdtiger. Stuka going in, there's so much stuff happening. It looks like Zarkcloud Calliopeing his own guys, but they're not taking damage.
That's pretty weird. In the meanwhile, we do have a vet for Stuka, so this is gonna get nasty.
Well, we were talking about this earlier in the game, and the vet for Stuka is of course something that's going to be very, very threatening to everything to feel for the Allies right now.
Definitely. Oh boy. I'm really liking Vipuks' sniper usage. I mean, the fact that he can resist to just try and take out infantry right and left. He really dedicates his sniper just to spotting everywhere, and well, to great effect actually, because it can make the Sexton a bit more accurate, and it already has his first skill. So I guess sadly you were right, Danny, about Sexton.
Just wait and see, because as I say, like it's not the best unit really in general, but it does get quite fun and quite improved at like
You just gotta believe, right?
it's not quite the unit it needs to be, but it's a significant improvement, believe me. So it'd be interesting to see what Vipuks does with it right here. Of course, he does have access to the concentration barrage, which he's using right now. Interesting to see where that is actually. Okay, he's used it on where the Tiger is right now, and of course the Calliope barrage coming in there as well. It's going to be a huge amount of artillery hitting this area at the moment. And what the allies are doing right now is putting this insane amount of indirect pressure onto the Axis, you know, really forcing them to stay in one position, not allowing them to move anywhere. And of course the third Calliope on the field now as well. So
it's
absolute madness. Really little chance for the Axis to do anything, and I'm surprised that they're even staying in the game right now. They're doing such a good job.
They're hanging around. I mean, considering their amount of infantry they have in the field, they're just doing an amazing job. Just yeah, I mean, just survive basically. I mean, I don't know how to do it. The Vipuks Stuka's firing again. Where is it launching?
Not sure where that one
It
is.
fired on the Calliope and it took like 2 models of a infantry rifle squad. Not the best of Stuka launches, but I'm sure they'll redeem themselves soon.
Oh, chance for a counter snipe there. Looks like Vipuks doesn't want to take it though.
This sniper play. Yeah, I don't think he. I think he didn't see it. I think that was the reason. I think Vipuks is busy microing a Sexton to glory. Wow, Sexton just took a huge chunk of health from Stuka. So
Sniper very close to going down from the Tiger there. Didn't realise it was standing right next to it. Here we go, Stuka coming in now. Where's it going to go? Looks like it's hitting up center perhaps?
let me see.
Okay,
I
that's
think it's
flame barrages everywhere.
Oh boy.
What? They went everywhere. Look how far apart they are.
Wow,
That's insane.
this is insane.
I've never seen it go that far before, and it seems like molten ground as well. The whole terrain is just completely destroyed by that ability. So I didn't think it fired with that kind of range, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's pretty darn. It has an enormous range, but the scatter is huge as well. I mean, if you take a look at it, despite the flame barrage being very powerful, I mean, it's kind of badly aimed, sadly enough. I hope it gets more luck with this next flame barrage, because that thing is absolutely ridiculous or whatever you call it.
These Stukas right now are really the only chance that the Axis have of getting back in the game. They're doing so much manpower damage to the allies. Of course, you know, the flame barrage there was absolutely insane. If they can start getting those to work on the emplacements and stuff, they have a good chance of getting back for sure.
Yeah.
Again, look at these Calliopes. They're firing now on the mechanized company. So soon there's going to be no repairs for the Axis tanks. It's looking very bleak. And they're playing the Calliope strategy very well. It's obviously very meta, because once you start getting rid of these things, you either force Axis to you know, purchase them again to have that privilege, you know, or they're just going to have weaker tanks for the duration of the game. Stern Pioneers alone aren't going to be able to heal all of this. In fact, you can see Tofu getting another squad of engineers now to counteract that. So, not looking good for the Axis right now, I would say.
That's the least you could say. Well, how do you feel about a Vet 5 walking Stuka? That's basically my wet dream. Well, how do you feel about 3 Calliopes being on the field? And I also think that Zarkcloud may be perhaps a tiny bit exploiting the PopCap. He has a PopCap a bit.
Well, remember, that is a feature. We're told.
Yeah, it's a feature. It's a bug. It's intended. People want you to play like this, so I don't mind. I mean, if it works, why wouldn't? Hell, I would play Stukas.
The thing with the Calliopes, I mean, you see it here in the 2v2 environment. It's a bit much, and of course, you know, there's a bit, you know, and there's more targets for it to shoot. You know, so in team games, it gets more and more potent. And you know, personally, this should be a one vehicle cap in my opinion. Even if it retained its strength, it should be capped, or it should be allowed to build more than one with some kind of reductions. Because as we see, the USF can handle themselves quite capably without tanks.
Yeah, that's the least you can say. I mean, if you can get multiple Calliopes, I want multiple Sturm Tigers in the field for OKW. I think that's a fair trade, right? Kyle, if you're still watching, please make this happen. Give me multiple Sturm Tigers.
Well, we'll see.
Right? Then the game is finally balanced, in my opinion.
There has to be a considerable amount of data go into this before any changes. But of course, here we go. So, still, yeah, no, I wasn't looking at that. Brickman trying to get his infantry forces back up, and he's doing pretty well, to be honest, to keep on top of this. They still have that 1 VP, so the VPs haven't drained too much, but we're coming up to 100 VPs now, left for the Axis. It's starting to be like decider time, and yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the Jagdtiger do too much work, to be honest. It's got 1 kill right now.
Well,
oh, this could be a nice Stuka barrage.
Wow. Yeah, if he can wipe those 3 AT guns.
Oh my god!
Do you need the tissue?
Wow, that was the best Stuka strike. That is incredible. And here we go. Is he going to fire on the same spot? I wonder, to try and get the recrew. Who knows? Yes, he does, I think. Oh no, here we go. Using the flames again. So molten lava everywhere.
Lava everywhere. This map just looks like lunar surface, by the way.
Yeah,
those
these Stukas are evening the playing field. Look at the infantry sizes now that we've got coming in. The tanks are starting to make work. It's absolutely great play from the Axis all around at this point. You can just see that Vipuks and Zarkcloud are really struggling to contain this.
Yeah, man. Because I struggled to contain myself during the Stuka barrage. Did I say that out loud? Ah, you did. No, well, too bad. Anyway, the very ballsy sniper play by Tofu. Just camping a sniper in mid VP, trying to recap it. Fortunately, he retreated right in time because there was a lot of infantry shooting at the sniper with the Vipuks sniper ready for the counter snipe. But what the hell is all this already going on in the mid VP, Danny? What the hell am I watching?
I mean, yeah, there's so much stuff flying around right now. Here we go, we've got another Stuka strike. Of course, the reload time now is going to be absolutely insane. Even with these guys retreating, you know, they always get caught. And I think the thing is that they've spotted is that Zarkcloud always retreats from the Stuka. You know, he's not one of these players that we see moving left and right to dodge the Stuka. I think maybe he's not confident at doing that. But of course, this makes him very predictable. So all that Brickman has to do right now is line up the Stuka on the retreat path, and he near enough knows that he's going to get those hits on Zarkcloud. You know, whenever he fires. So Zarkcloud's being too predictable here, and it's actually going to start costing him, you know, a lot of hassle if he doesn't, you know, change his psychological strategy.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I mean, Brickman really got into Zarkcloud's head with the Stukas. And by the way, now that the AT guns are down, the Jagdtiger really should push up, which he of course does. But what does he have to fire actually? He has like I'm seeing a Firefly and another Cromwell. Do you think, considering the amount of armor Vipuks has, that the Jagdtiger was a good idea, Danny?
I do think the Jagdtiger was a very good idea. I definitely have to say that. I think it was a good idea. The good thing about it is that it's one of those tanks that can kind of sit back for a bit, do all the work for you, and you can spend more time dodging Calliopes. You know, it is going to sit there and do the majority of the work. You know, it's going to put stress on the allied players. They're not going to want to flank now, especially with the Panther and the Panther Force protecting too. So didn't want to miss that actually. The Stuka strike, great Stuka strike there.
Nice Stuka strike on the retreat point. To be honest, if I was Brickman, I would try to harass actually the portraits a bit, which he's actually doing right as we speak. Well, for such a psychic. But yeah, instant Calliope return fire, as is to be expected. Why is it landing? Landing on the Jagdtiger actually. What? That's interesting. And it's yeah, never mind. It's landing on all of Tofu's infantry. We might see eventually MG42 going down here, walking through a barrage of gunfire. Yeah, it's
nice push from the Panther there. Picks up the quad cal from Zarkcloud, so very nice. That's going to allow him to get that VP as well. So they may be able to start looking at getting a triple cap as the Axis, which is very important for them right now, because 275 VPs to 67. They need to start equalizing that right this second.
They need to hurry. They really need to hurry.
We're now talking minutes. And not portions of 10 now, so you know, this is the kind of later stage of the game where we're hoping to see some really big plays. What's this? We've got another Firefly building from Vipuks here, who I think maybe PopCaptain not able to build that at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty PopCaptain. You can't build another Firefly. Sadly.
Beautiful. Then here we go, Firefly in again, so maybe they're going to be looking at trying to get some kind of flanks on. I don't know what he's going to try and do here, to be honest. I don't even know how he's going to get back from this at this stage. Allies I've got a lot to make up for right now.
Wow, I'm just baffled by this artillery play. I wouldn't really expect it, you know.
You know, one thing, Rails and Metal, especially in recent patches, has turned into an artillery fest. You know, there's so much open ground. It's just long range everything, long range tanks, long range, it's just everything basically. Yeah. And it's. One second, I want to see where this goes. We've got more lava. Oh, and this time it hits in a great spot on the Sexton. Maybe burn.
It should burn the crew out of this.
It actually blew up the forward position where the sniper was. So really nice.
Worth it. Weird, the sniper survives though.
One thing I'm interested to see, you know, we've got a lot of the munitions spent now, not on assault artillery. All the munitions are being spent for the Stuka to deliver the flame barrage, so that's really nice. Panther on the right hand side needs to be careful. We've got a Vet 3 Firefly now, so this is going to be...
These things are very dangerous, Vet 3 Fireflies. You don't want to mess with those, right? They're a pretty big threat to the Panther even. The Ekdike he's still chilling. I mean, where even is he? Looks like he switched side momentarily. He's still not repaired from his previous endeavors with armor, but I feel like Brickman should move up, or should be a bit more aggressive with his Ekdike. Just keep wiping the AT guns, keep wiping Zarkcloud's AT guns, and just move your Ekdike up a bit and just you know, fight some shots just to remind Vipuks and Zarkcloud that there's Ekdike, right? Because now it just feels a bit too passive for me. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know, the AT guns are probably the big threat to him right now. It's what's stopping him from flanking. There's been no mines placed from the allies, or whatsoever really, so it's unlikely, you know, that they're going to get snared by that. I think they probably realise that by now. You know, they've got to take the AT guns out and then work in, because at least then they can start dealing with the infantry as well. The Yak is the important one here. They need to get that really in the centre of the map and start putting some pressure on the right. Going to be very difficult though for them to do that. The allies are holding off so well here with the 2 VPs. Really clutch game I think this is going to be.
Absolutely. And look at this. Look at the 3 Calliope pieces lining up ready to just bombard hell all over Tofu and Brickman's. Oh my god, look at this.
It's
P-47 just kamikazing stuff.
Pretty beastly, but they're taking a great opportunity here right now. The Axis taking some shots, trying to get that Firefly down. Pop smoke, which is really nice. The Panther's going in, trying to deal with the Calliopes. In fact, which one's he targeting first? Getting the Vet 3 Firefly, it looks like, but that may be a mistake. Picking his targets here is absolutely essential. Looks like the Panzer 4 just went down, I believe.
Panzer 4 went down.
Actually, yes, Cromwell as well. So
again, the Ekdike is just, oh wow. The Panther is going.
Yeah, I mean, we have to judge whether this is a good play or not, because they seem to be taking down a lot of the allied tanks. They are actually managing to get a triple cap as well, so this could be a massive play if this Stuka goes where I think it's going to go, and it does. What are they going to get though? A couple of kills though. Great play here, and getting the triple cap is absolutely essential right now. They need to keep applying this pressure on. You know, they dove, they lost a couple of tanks themselves, but they really have a chance to get back in this right now if they play it correctly.
Yeah, I think the Panther loss is way more is worth the triple cap, right? Especially in this stage of the game, you just need to go all out and hope for the best. Wow,
great fire strike there. Both mortars are suffering from this right now. One goes down, the second one tries to brace, so it may be able to withhold some of the fire damage, but
it's gonna be very close now.
This is a very tense game right now.
Wow, it's just a 52-minute artillery fest really, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Despite it being Calliopes, I'm very much liking what I'm seeing. There we go, Calliopes firing.
Oh, Calliopes firing at the moment on the mid. That is a huge strike there to try and stop any kind of capping going on.
Look at the map, dude. This has to be the first time that I've seen Rails of Metal to be this destroyed. I mean, there's always some battle damage off the end of the game, but like literally the entire middle sector is just lunar landscape. What the hell?
Desperate capping from Tofu in the center here, trying to stop Vipuks from doing anything. We've got another Stuka strike coming in, and I wonder where this one is going to go actually. There we go, on the mortar. Wipes
80 kills, Danny. 80 kills on the Stuka surface.
Yeah, well, this is absolutely great right now.
Beautiful.
To see the Stuka. 84 kills from that. Look at that. 1 vehicle destroyed, 2 buildings destroyed, and 81 infantry. It's a huge amount of kills for this unit. And it kind of makes the Calliopes look pretty weak, if I'm honest.
Yeah, to be honest indeed. Because together they have like 70 odd kills. My math isn't too good. But yeah, the Stuka was just dwarfing them, to be honest.
Well, let's just
And
put
I'm
it this way. The Stuka alone has more kills than 3 of the Calliopes, so that kind of says something about these guys playing right now. The Axis, they're doing absolutely insane with their indirect fire. And, it looks like they've done so well as well to dodge Calliope strikes, double mortars. You've got to hand it to these guys. Their positioning has been on form.
The positioning is spot on, to be honest. The only criticism I would give these the Axis is the fact that Tofu has 600 munitions. I think he could have spammed them more Stuka fragmentation.
Well, you know, he's got recon and he's got, you know, and he's got fragmentation bombs. Here come the fragmentation bombs now, actually, as we're talking about that, right through the center. It's going to be an interesting one.
We're at 200 points.
Where is that going? Okay, Calliope is very, very strong on the right VP. Desperate to stop a triple cap. I mean, how desperate can you be?
Yeah, well, that was what I'm asking. Like, one of his Calliopes is doing that the entire game, just shotgunning dudes that are like 2 or 3 meters away. It's a good deterrent, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't walk into a circle when there's a Calliope standing in front of me, right? Good to see another Panther out for Brickman. This is gonna help a lot to maybe perhaps take down the Calliopes, because to be honest, if Brickman rushes in right now, doesn't really have any AT guns to protect Zarkcloud's Calliope. So with a bit of support of the Ag Tiger, this Calliope is rushing pretty vulnerable.
God, did you just see the Jackson's fire? Oh my God, they did so much damage to that Panzer IV. That thing's trying to get away, but I think he needs to be so careful driving away. 2 shots there, main gun destroyed, down to like less than a quarter of health. That's absolutely insane. This is where the Jagdtiger really has to show up and make a scene. We've got the AT guns here as well, preventing any kind of flanking coming in, but it has to be. They've got to be perfect about this tank positioning, because you know it's kind of at this balance right now. Both players have lost quite a lot. The veterancy's gone down considerably from what it was in the mid game, you know, through squad losses and so on. So they need to be. Woof, that plane.
Yeah, indeed. I was gonna. Did you see the plane coming?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, my PC is actually lagging from all the fire, all the indirect artillery. What the hell?
Panther needs to be very, very careful under Calliope fire though. It is enough to take a Panther down if it gets a couple of good shots on. So
the Yak Tiger shot though. Wait on the Firefly, instant retreat. Then again, if Brickman's could fire right now with DP, it would actually wipe a hell of a lot of Zarkcloud's infantry, giving the Axis the crucial chance actually to level the VPs in their favor. Sadly though, I think the stream is on cooldown. Yeah, it's on cooldown.
And of course, one of the important things that we're missing here, of course, is the use of a recon run to spot for the Jagdtiger. Look at the range, the shots from the Jagdtiger, and that's all thanks.
Insane.
It's all thanks to this recon that's been put up right now by Tofu. So really, really good teamwork there. You know, Brickman bringing in the Jagdtiger, Tofu putting up the recon, allowing you know, huge steals on the Fireflies there. So great teamwork.
Look at how Brickman actually prevented any infantry from entering his cap by just dispersing lava in a straight line across the map. So actually, it's very good, very cheeky play. I mean,
wow, look at the flame barrage as well coming in there, burning the AT gun so quickly. He doesn't stand a chance.
In the meanwhile, Firefly is just pinging over the side armor of a Tiger. Tiger gives no crap about this.
Well, I mean, of course, the Jagdtiger is taking shots as well, so they need to be very, very careful about how they approach it.
Nice wipe.
Calliope again, we can only guess that that's going to be in the mid, but it's actually quite a poor shot. You could have fired a little bit further back instead. That doesn't seem to be doing that much damage. Oh, here we go.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep, here comes the second one.
Vipuks did build a new mortar pit. Strangely enough, I guess Vipuks really loves his mortar pits, man. Wow.
Yeah, I think that is a kind of strange decision there. I mean, he's doing well with the Fireflies, but of course they can be countered pretty hard right now.
Yeah, that's true, but look at the VPs, man. 9 VPs.
Tiger just went down. 80 guns wiped here. Firefly nearly goes down. Panther's in chasing right now. Make it the double vet. Firefly needs one more shot, but I think it looks like he didn't have the sight, maybe, or maybe didn't take a shot. I'm not sure about that.
He didn't have the sight, I think. 9 VPs though, Storms. 9 VPs. I mean,
yeah, they're going to have to come up with something pretty quickly to get past this. They're fighting against 183 as well. But this is good, you know, because the allies have a tendency, you know, well, I'm talking about Hearts of Iron. You know, they're probably going to have a tendency to dive in right now to try and take just 9 VPs, and that could really be costly for them. Yaktig is in a great position to fire on this Firefly. So here we go, there we go, one shot in, they bail out of the tank, Firefly's down, that's the Vet 3 one as well, a huge loss for Vipuks there, and the Mortar nearly went down as well then, so.
Tuka following up with a beautiful Flame Barrage.
An emplacement has been destroyed.
Haven't seen that one yet, here it comes now, I think you may be a little bit ahead of me. 59-30 at this point. Flame Barrage has just come in right now, and it's a nice, you know, he's fired at a bit closer range, then you can see a lot more, a lot less scatter. Well, Vipuks reduced down to hardly anything. Zarkcloud's lost a fair bit too. But let's have a look at Tofu again. You know, Axis still behind in terms of manpower right now, but clinging on to these VPs for dear life.
Yeah, as it should. I mean, they're really doing good. I'm really liking Brickman's Yak Tiger play as well. I mean, he's not using it too much, but whenever Yak Tiger comes knocking, I mean, it hurts. And just completely wrecked the Vetri Firefly. And may have a shot on the other Firefly. No, it's gonna get away. Luckily for Vipuks. Well, here we go. I keep forgetting that like Tofu still has like a Tiger and a Panzer IV in support. So these guys are looking so composed, and they're doing a great job of just scaring away everybody in the middle. What actually does surprise me a bit is the lack of flanking on both sides. I mean, both Brickman and Vipuks basically secure their own copies, but I would have liked a bit more, like, you know, let's avoid the middle and try another way, rather than just this artillery fest. I mean, it's pretty spectacular, but who am I kidding? I'm loving this, man. This is great. More Calliopes everywhere. Like, man, this is insane.
Well, this Panther's trying to hold off the mid there. It kind of feels like, again, you know, you've got these 3 model squads walking in 2 now, trying to desperately stop the decap. They're only on 9 VPs, you know, they're throwing the squads basically, and they absolutely have to. They have no real options for this, but they're also getting some decent wipes here. One squad goes down, the second one's rushing, and these are just sacrifices right now. You know, they really are that desperate. Here we go, nice Stuka strike goes in, doesn't quite get the damage off though.
Sadly. The Yak Tiger. I like how this Vetri Valent Firefly just keeps eluding death. It's like the second or the third time he's driving away with slither of health. And then meanwhile, we also have P-47 recon runs like flying all over the place, constantly providing line of sight for these 3 bloody Calliopes. Let's see that kills, 88 kills, 88 and 16. So these guys are like 100 plus combined kills. Tiger dipping in, trying to find the Firefly, but it's met with stiff resistance of both the Firefly and of course the 57mm AT gun. While all three Calliopes are just shotgunning the right VP, and I'm so glad to say this. And finally, Brickman is using breakthrough tactics. This is so good to see. I mean, you don't see this used a lot in high-tier games because I think people just forget about it. But breakthrough is such a useful ability, especially in these dire times when there's only 9 VPs on the line. So yeah, this is pretty amazing to see. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely crucial that they do use breakthrough as well, because they need to get that territory quick, you know, capping it against their opponents. You know, the munitions have been pretty low at the moment, and look how desperate this is. We've got a 1 model MG setting up, trying to stop the rifles. It looks like it's actually going to be enough to suppress them at least. You know, still aircraft raining down now, trying to take the right VP, but still, you know, Allies 115 VPs left, so this isn't over yet. You know, I kind of feel like the Allies are slowly starting to wear the Axis down, though. They may have missed a golden opportunity, maybe you know, 5 or 6 minutes ago to dive in with the tanks and really take down the Jacksons. Sorry, not the Jacksons, the Fireflies. Yeah, there was a big moment where they could have gotten in there and you know, done that. And I think they missed it, to be honest. It may come back to bite them.
It may, but then again, you have to remember that these guys are top-notch. They're the best of the best. So I think that both teams are just like clinging on to their life and just trying so desperately to get the last VPs out. I mean, who was this? Yeah, Brickman just try, just almost suicided his one of his last remaining fortune just to get the M1990 laying around in the mid VP, and now we see his Storm Pioneers taking on Vetri Rifleman and actually not doing too badly against them. You can tell these guys are getting desperate. They need this win. They need these VPs. More breakthrough right hand side.
Amazing strike from the Stuka there, wipes two
Yes.
of the engineers from Vipuks and the ambulance, so now the mobile retreat point does not have the reinforcement values that it wanted, so this is a great pick up there from the Axis. Beautiful play by Brickman. He's picked his target so well with the Stuka this game. It's so nice to see. You know, that Stuka alone has outperformed 117 kills now.
117 kills, man.
It's completely outperformed the Calliopes, you know, it's crazy.
It's insane. I think Zarkcloud's selected, which is like, yeah, let's do as much Calliopes and we may be hitting something, but Brickman is just using the German precision, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, just pinpoint accurate Stuka strikes to great effect. And meanwhile, dude, Vet 4 Jagd Panther though, yeah, Jagd Tiger. That's good to see. It has 3 kills, but it's Vet 4. I mean,
yeah, well, I mean, it's been doing a lot of you know, health damage with the hits, so you know, it definitely deserves to be on that level. But you know, I've got to hand it to Vipuks in that he's kept the Fireflies very alive, considering that thing is on the field. You know, it's not easy. They've been using the recon well, you know, with these sending in the Panther on a low health there. Jesus.
Just pure murder happened on the mid VP. I mean,
yeah.
Poor Zarkcloud. Oh man, this is so brutal. Ally is down to 50 VPs on this. That clock is really ticking.
Yeah, it's starting to get really tense. A nice shot from the Jagdtiger there. Hits the Firefly, and again wipes a squad of... Oh my gosh, the infantry squad goes down for Vipuks. What a crazy play there. The Stuka again showing how undeniably efficient it's been in this game. Panzerfault diving in to get the Firefly. Looks like it's going to retreat from that engagement though. Meanwhile, Axis have a comfortable take on 3 VPs. Now it's 35-9. This is huge, and when I just said 35-9, it's nearly 35-9 here in England. So that was weird. I was just happened to be looking at the clock when I said that. I got really confused. Sorry, really confused me. Whether I was reading the VP counter all the time. Huge plays here though from the Axis. They're doing such a good job. They're denying all of the VPs, and you just feel so bad for the allies right now.
Yeah, you kind of do, don't you? I mean, then again, I kind of don't, because 3 Calliopes, man. He could have done. I feel like Zarkcloud could have done a bit more with his 3 Calliopes, and the way Brickman and Tofu are playing together is just orgasmic. Almost. Gotta keep in mind, these guys are watching us custom right now. It's almost 5 AM for them, so I'm glad they're actually winning, because I would feel bad for them if we're costing the game and they're losing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, that was an absolutely crazy game. I mean, let's just discuss it a little bit. I mean, obviously the MVP here is really the Stuka. It did 119 kills there, 114 kills in the infantry, 3 vehicles destroyed, 2 buildings.
This is impressive.
Great, and you know, the stacking of the munitions, using it at the right time, you know, they timed everything really well. 9 VPs cutting it a little bit close, to be honest, but you know, when they
just wanted to give us a tense game. I mean, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, and to drain them down, and when they were hit 9 VPs, you know, the opponents were on about 275, so you know, we're talking a very, very tense, you know, these guys coped so well under pressure, so you've got to hand it to them. You know, they really, really held themselves together. Great game.
Their determination is amazing to see.
Great game. Well, I'm going to run a quick outro video, and then I'll join you back in the lobby.
All right.